Oh, no shit. All right. Yeah, so this is how we start, but like we're not actually coordinated ever, so we don't tell each other when we're gonna do it. So it looks like we're like
You just make noise.
special needs.
Let's figure if we can't line up on the first one.
I know, right?
Next time.
How's it going? This is a special. Chris Tinkle,
John Fitch.
John Fitch.
Another watch along here.
Yeah, this is a special. We're going to be watching Bloodsport from 1988 with Jean-Claude Van Damme, his first breakthrough movie.
CDD.
And this is we picked it for a few reasons. It's a classic, and also what the main story about the main guy is based on a true story. So it's always fun to hear real fighters debunk bullshit.
Yep. And this is a big movie for me. This is a big. This probably got me into fighting. The idea of going to tournaments and fighting people and like thinking that it was cool and romanticizing the idea.
Oh, because this got me into liking tournaments, but knowing I can never fight. So it did the opposite with me. I was gonna be a fan from then on.
Because I was just as a kid when this came out in 1988. I mean, I was just starting to wrestle probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait, I can be a ninja?
Yeah, I can be a ninja. I can make money. I can travel around the world and fight people. So it was like, it softened the idea of that being something to do later.
And then, because I remember...
Frank Dukes did it.
Yeah, well, see, I remember seeing it, and then I remember people like, oh, no, that was a true story. And then it kind of, I was like, whoa, that's
Well,
crazy.
because it tells you in the credits it's a true story. And I remember thinking that. And then, when the internet came around, and there was a lot of people online talking about stuff. There was like
A lot of liars got in trouble.
There was a whole community of people. I remember thinking it was maybe on the underground.
Yeah.
And there's just a whole bunch of people with threads about Frank Dukes and it being a lie, and somebody beat him up at a signing or something. I remember there's some story about a fight where some guy, it was an MMA fighter back at the time, I think, in the 90s, and he was doing some kind of signing, and the guy beat him up I don't know if he choked him or something. Because that story came up a lot, and then
That's amazing.
What's his name? The Aikido master.
Steven Seagal. Yeah, Aikido.
Stories of Gene LaBelle choking him until he shit himself.
Yeah, he shit himself.
Yeah.
All right. We definitely have to watch a Steven Seagal one later. Actually, you know what's more fun about him now is because he was already not that athletic as it was in his prime, and now when he does all these movies, they speed up the tape so much when he's doing these throws? Oh my God, it's so bad. They're like, you can see them hit fast forward in the editing. Yeah, it's so bad. That's awesome, man. So we're gonna start this off, and if you're not watching along with us, you can also just listen. We're gonna keep it pretty podcast friendly, also, so you don't have to. We'll be telling some stories and making fun of this dude, and I'm gonna try not to sing along to the Kumite song. Dude, it's so hard once you hear it. It's hard not to be like Kumite. I know. So we're gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1, play. If you're watching along. We see a nice little Canon logo, which if you're not film savvy, that was in the 80s, a bunch of, lots of action movies,
Fights.
lots of Sylvester Stallone stuff. You're always going to see some shit blow up.
You got what city was this? Shanghai?
Well, he said it happened in Puerto Rico, right? No. He said it happened in the Bahamas.
Oh, that's when the Kumite was, but they filmed it in the...
Yeah, so he said 1975 in the Bahamas. This, I believe, is at this Chinese restaurant in San Francisco. This is Chinatown in downtown Turtle Rock.
After they closed. Could be.
And we also have the subtitles on.
It's probably easier and cheaper to film there. Or
Definitely.
Would they go to rural China to film it?
I think they probably... Oh, dude, I can't believe I have all these notes. There you go.
You didn't find out where they shot it.
Oh, I'll have it.
Supposed to take place.
Production notes. Here we go.
San Fran, Tokyo.
San Fran, Tokyo. That's great.
Oh, Bolo is gonna fight ice. Actual ice blocks. Back elbow.
Would you be shocked if I told you that this movie has a 23%
I don't even remember this guy. The rich guy?
ranking on Rotten Tomatoes? 23%.
Oh, the spider monkey fighter guy. Karate chopping coconuts. Oh, Kung Fu master.
Kung Fu Yeah, so there's one of each, which is kind of, I mean, there would have been no Ultimate Fighting if it wasn't for this movie, right? I mean, they pretty much took the...
They had the idea, man.
Yeah, the first Ultimate Fighter was pretty much like this movie.
Exactly like it.
One of each. Lots of dudes doing splits.
This is just a funny...
Yeah, the opening is really... It does not age well at all. I think that was Frank Dukes right there, right? Because he was a cameo in it. I think he's...
Does he? I don't know what he looks like. And then there's Ogre.
Yeah, dude, Ogre. I remember seeing this movie and being like, I couldn't get rid of Ogre in my head. It was really weird to me.
Ogre grew up and he started fighting. That makes total sense.
Yeah, he started studying and
stopped playing football. Stopped studying. He started traveling around fighting people.
Yeah, so apparently his character is based on a real dude, and the real
or Frank Dukes.
Ogre.
Ogre.
So I believe Richard Robinson, I believe is his name, and he backed up Frank Dukes' story for as long as he could, and then I think 2000 something, he was like, he just told me to stay at all. So he was, but I guess he is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So he had one of those. He was studying that in the 80s, so he was kind of ahead of his time. So his lies have a kernel of truth. And so when you work out, do you wear a fucking unitard? Do you look like
wrestling singlet?
He looks like he's wearing that bathing suit from The Great Gatsby, like Robert Redford when they used to wear in the 20s.
Exactly.
He's so young here. So Jean-Claude Van Damme, cheekbones.
And he's kicking a speed bag, which we always do for training.
Yeah, how many times?
You can't get enough kicking a speed bag.
That's really funny. I was just thinking about that. I was like,
this guy, Creeper. Oh.
Yeah, he's like, I thought he was
in the shower.
Oh, he disappeared.
So he was hoping to see some cheeks.
Yeah, see some cheeks.
See some cheeks, Van Damme cheeks. Oh, that's not obvious. He's sprinting across the field to get out of there. Soldiers everywhere.
That's so funny. Yeah, so the real Frank Dukes apparently, according to him, he won a Medal of Honor, and he was on covert missions, and none of that was. He said he was given a Medal of Honor in secret because it was a secret mission, and then every person who's heard that story said there's no way because it has to be, it's by Congress, so the Congress has to prove it, so that they're not going to do a back alley fucking Medal of Honor.
Yeah, they can't give you a Medal of Honor and not tell anybody why, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, he's out. So Jean-Claude is wearing his singlet now outside in public. He just put a jacket on over it.
Leather jacket.
Why did he just wear the uniform?
He's got a whole closet of just those shirts.
Dude, was filmmaking this bad back then? It seems weird, right? It's like how
the acting,
yeah, the acting was really bad.
Really obvious camera shots.
Right? Oh, they're like zooming into the incense.
I actually love this movie, dude. Yeah, man.
Through the close-ups.
I want a samurai sword.
Oh, do you want to hear some trivia? I got a bunch of it. So they have a flashback scene in this movie, and it is the longest flashback scene in film history at 10 minutes and 56 seconds. Yeah, because you're not supposed to do that because it doesn't make sense for the story because you're like, but they do it because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I thought it was genius. Made perfect sense to me.
Is this what? So now he's gonna break into his.
Breaking in, they're gonna steal his sword. This goofus kid gets tricked into going in, and the kid himself, he looks like he's 25-year-old playing a 12-year-old.
Yeah, I guess they don't have.
Clock shadow.
Yeah, they're like, can you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Can you guys ship us like a white kid over here? And they can only ship one, so that's the white kid they got. So great. Man, these action movies really, up until the fighting, there's not a lot. It's which is why I hate those movies like Fast and the Furious, because like when shit's not blowing up, it's like,
it's like, what are you doing?
All the talking. Oh my god.
What's the dialogue? I drive cars fast.
I live my life 1/4 mile at a time. I want to say it to a girl once. She's like, really? I'm like, I don't know what it means either. I don't know. Sounds good though. Sounds manly. You know what's funny? So I was a.
This kid get an Oscar for his portrayal.
No, but Jean-Claude Van Damme was nominated for a.
He looks like he's a hostage.
A Razzie. He does look like a hostage.
Kind of like there's a sniper on him. They're like, sit in the chair while we film, or we're gonna blow your brains out.
And don't act like you know what's up. As soon as they know, it's over. Like Vines, children need training. Well, I got my next tattoo.
Like Vines, children need
Yep,
training.
right here on my wrist.
So we're gonna have one Vine beat the shit out of another Vine.
And now they're
He's
wearing.
got him on the Kumite mat, inverted.
That's hilarious. They have like a little
Yeah.
baby practice kumite. I just noticed that.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the first time either.
That's really
It's a
funny.
baby final scene Kumite mat.
So the kumite mat,
They
if
had
you
a model
have,
before they made the bigger one.
this is the
It
model.
was like the Stonehenge thing from what's that movie? The mockumentary where they are playing musicians.
Oh, Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
And they have they make the Stonehenge. I thought it'd be bigger. It's
Oh, that's
just like
hilarious.
this big.
Yeah, so the kumite mat, if you're not savvy, they are little wedges, probably about 25 degrees
I
maybe,
don't know, something
and then
like that, yeah.
so they're like little small ramps. They actually look like handicap accessible ramps is what they look like. Now, could you actually like that would be bad to fight on that, right? I mean, for some. I mean, I know it is, but I
Be
want
different. Well, like the new Bass Ruin is like doing that thing with the karate. They have some kind of mat system like that too, where there's like a fits flat and then there's the edges up and there's no real fence.
Oh,
It's more open.
I guess it stops you from backing up. Yeah, but then you can't really. I mean, you can't really do any offense backing up either, right? Because you're.
Yeah, but you have elevation, so
Oh.
somebody like me could kick a tall guy in the head.
Oh, and then when I yell out knees, someone could actually knee somebody? Knees! Dude, I yell that at fucking weddings now. I don't care. Knees! So this is Jean-Claude's first...
Your adopted father, karate guy, teacher is talking about the bombs. from World
So
War
he said
II.
that they left Japan, so they're not in... So we crossed that one off. They aren't
Not
there.
Japan. And this is like, is this a flashback within a flashback?
I don't know what they're doing.
Because he went back and the guy's dead, right?
I just want to see Ogre smash some motherfucker right now.
So I thought the old guy was dead.
Yeah, so it is a flashback.
Yeah, so this is a flashback within the flashback.
Yeah.
Because he's older. Or not the flashback within the flashback, but it's,
It's a separate...
yeah, it's the future of
Dude,
the
he's got those
flashback.
cute little curls too up front. Like, my hair actually does that sometimes. When it's got the bang curls, what they look like, but you can tell that they actually curled it. It fits a curling iron.
Superb.
So, this is Jean-Claude's first big movie, and the other movie that his big break was going to be. Did you know he was cast in Predator? So he was cast as the Predator, and they had this awful looking Predator suit, and it was going to be a man in a suit, and then it was terrible, and then he couldn't really move in it, so they scratched the whole thing, and they made a whole new model, and then that's what we have now. So it would have been a little short.
Kung Fu Predator.
Well, why does the Predator keep doing the splits all the time?
So he does the splits and shoots you with those laser.